During war, Mia and Nico leave Spain. They gave all their money and valuables to get inside a container with other refugees. The couple has lost their eldest daughter, Uma, who was taken away by the army. Mia blames herself for this. Now she worries for her unborn baby, as she can't feel her anymore. If the container goes through the military checkpoints, they will be transported on a cargo ship to Ireland. However, when they stopped to get some more refugees inside, as there was no room, he was forced out into a different truck, leaving Mia alone. Now when she calls him, he tells her that his truck is right behind, and he promises they will be together soon. Through the bullet holes on the container, she saw military separating children and pregnant women, dragging them through the streets. Later, they are stopped at a checkpoint, and the military find the refugees hidden inside. Now Mia manages to climb atop the crates, hiding herself while the rest of them were shot and killed. After they clean up the dead bodies and leaves, Mia tries to call Nico and warn him of the danger, but fails to reach him. The truck left and the container gets loaded on a cargo ship among other containers. But that night, during a storm, the ship sinks and all the containers crashes into the ocean. Mia survives through the night, but soon realizes that she will have to do something to survive. The bullet holes is letting the water inside, so she taped the holes. Now she hears the screams from the other container as it was sinking. Mia watched as it sinks, helpless, thinking that Nico died with the rest. She made up her mind to slit her wrist and die, but she felt her baby kicking. This changes her mind, and her priority changes to save the baby no matter the cost. She drains some water from the container so that it will stay afloat. Turns out that Nico is alive, and he reached out to her, telling her that the driver abandoned them outside the city limits. Now he promises her that he will save her. Mia was not able to hold in the baby any longer. In the harsh storm, she gives birth. The both made it through the night, safe and sound. Now, wanting to save themselves, she drill holes in the top of the container to get outside. There is no more food rations left, and she started starving, growing weak, but she finally manages to cut through the container and come outside. Her initial efforts to catch fish fails, and she gets hurt while she climbed outside to signal the SOS. She bear the pain, stitching herself. She now uses the earphone cables and makes a fish net, which she uses the next day. After eating, she starts pumping out the water, and she uses the Tupperwares for sending SOS, but that didn't change much of anything. Meanwhile, Nico gets found when he snuck onto a ship and he gets shot. Days pass. Mia, still unable to stop the rise in water levels. At day 26, the water has surpassed the limit. She and the baby is living up top the container. She builds a makeshift raft, and when she saw this seagull, her hopes of survival increases, now knowing that the land is nearer. As the container sinks, she held onto the raft as there was only room for one. Morning comes and she has lost almost all her strength. She used the remaining fish to attract the seagull toward them. Now a fisherman and his family was near on a boat, and his daughter spot the seagulls, and they move closer. They lift up the raft and finds a baby. Mia has already lost her grip and she's drowning, but the girl notices the cable tied to the raft and pulls it, getting Mia out of the water. She gave her CPR and was able to save her even when they thought for sure that she was dead. She held on to her child, crying, as the boat head toward the lands of Ireland.